everybody. This is Pallavi again from OurBetterPlanet. We are inviting Manasmita from Krushnachuda to join us today for a brief chat. She is one of our partners for the upcoming Conscious Souk, which is happening on the 11th and 12th at Bangalore International Center. There's an interesting lineup of apparel, accessories, clean beauty, nutritional food. So do join in. Yeah, so let me have her join us.
Hi, I'm good.
Hi, how are you?
Pallavi.
Good morning.
And sorry for the
Good.
accident. I'm not a tech, so I had to update
No,
my Instagram.
it,
Okay.
yeah, it's happening with Insta Live. So this was pretty quick, though we've had major
Yeah,
issues
it's
in
got
terms of people joining
confusing.
us. So this, yeah, yeah. So I was just telling everybody, Manasmita, about your brand. In fact, I did it on the previous video, I think, not here. So I was telling everybody that you kind of create
Right.
modern salutes with handloom. And please correct me, but you can talk a little bit more about how you do, what was the trigger, and what's the brand all about. But as far as I know, you work with textiles from Orissa, and that's where you
Yes.
come from, also,
See,
right,
to start
Manasmita?
with, first of all, congratulations, Pallavi, to you and your team for doing what you guys are doing to bridge the gap between us and the right client and the target customer for that matter. Because I know what you and I, all of us are doing in this industry. It's not easy. It's not easy to work with handloom or sustainable clothing or sustainable product, but we still, all of us are
Yeah.
evolving. So it's a good sign that we are progressing, at least going in the right direction. And talking about Krushnachuda, before I speak about Krushnachuda, I want to give little background about myself. This is the first time, I guess, I've come to the what do you say, um, I mean, facing my clients or customer, whatever
Like,
you say, my followers on Insta. I'm somebody, I like to do my work behind the scene. I told you, right, before we joined. So, but once I start talking, I keep talking because this is my passion and this is obviously my child, second child.
yeah, but I want to add over there that that is where we come in, because that is what we want to do. We want to kind of bring you guys to the forefront, because most of you are so so into the work that you do, and you're so humble, and you're so no fancies about what I do. I do what I do because I love to do what I do, right? So these stories are not brought in front of people, and they don't know how passionate you guys are about what you're doing, and what kind of an impact also it's creating, right, over a period of time. And so many of you, there's just so much good work happening. So that's where we come in. I mean, I think
That's
we just play the
everybody
role
role
of
is
being an
important. If
aggregator.
you are not there, don't meet our
Yeah.
clients and the people who we are and
Yeah.
what we do. Anyway, talking about myself, I am Manasmita, founder of Krushnachuda, and a little background about myself. I have worked into HR, into doing a lot of a mix of HR, various aspects of HR for more than a decade. And last, I worked into organizational
Mhm.
development in mid senior level position. Then I took a break, for that. That was my maternity break, which changes. They say actually it changed.
Mhm.
So I took maternity,
Yeah.
break. Then during that only, when while I was on break, then I started thinking that I really don't want to get back to 9 to 5 or into HR. I mean, I have to just, I mean, a lot of respect for human resource management or whoever has been doing it. It's not easy. But I really wanted to do something. And then you start thinking, a lot of time for yourself also to think that what you exactly want to do. Then son made me realize that after being a mother, a lot of things change. You have a lot of self-realization for good. You want to be a better person every day. Sorry if I'm stretching it a little more, but being a woman, it's I can't talk only
Your time.
my business, because I know the challenges what we face. So then he made me realize that it was time for me to do something really meaningful. Something. Every work has some meaning, but for me it was a time when I realized now it's time for me to do something for myself, for him, for the environment, for my state. Because I'm basically from Odisha and we've been operating out of Bangalore with one leg in Odisha. So
Mhm.
we are very closely, we work with our artisans. So being in Odia, I decided to, and the creative part of it, my thanks to my close friends, everybody, they made me realize that this is your strength. So to
Mhm.
interior gardening, I do a lot of things. I'm a baker, I do gardening, I do interior, I do a lot of things. So I'm a restless person, I can't sit. So then they made me realize that you should do something into creativity. Sometimes you don't realize, till people don't do your MBA in
Yeah.
HR, then you keep going. But I'm somebody who had been to NIFT Delhi before I, started doing my MBA HR. I did not take admission. Then, I got into HR. Then after my maternity, that's what my parents
Mhm.
wanted me to do. Now, then once I got married, then what I wanted to do, I got back to it. So that started Krushnachuda because I wanted to do something to do with Odisha. Being in something, I wanted
Mhm.
Odisha has to be in this. So then I started on visits, and we keep going every year. Then I went to this. Everybody knows, whoever is from Odisha, there is something called this Adivasi Mela. We call it, after things every year during winter. Then I started looking at them, talking to all the artisans who had come there and all. Then I realized this has a lot of potential. It's just that not been presented the way it is
Mhm.
supposed to be presented. Because for the world, it's like,
Correct.
we sell what the customer wants. We don't we want.
Correct.
So we've been selling the
Correct.
fabric like kurtis, this, that, but so I could just visualize there, this has a lot of tremendous opportunity. So that's when, I formed Krishnachura. And the second interesting question, since few people have joined, I want to say so that I don't have, I'm happy to repeat it. Wherever we go, our conversation initiator is, what is the name? What is the meaning of your name? So
I was going to ask you that because even I'm aware of, yeah, yeah. I thought I'll start the conversation that ways,
so that's
but
how
I
it is.
kind of
Even if,
forgot about it.
whenever we
Yeah.
do our pop-up or anything, even if somebody is not buying, they just drop in to ask what is the meaning of the name. So for me, that's it. That is an initiator for a conversation. So
Yeah, that's a
starter.
conversation starter, right? And people, story
Right. So coming back to the
supports the
name
business. Yeah.
Krishnachuda, as you see, there's a flower in the logo. That is called Gulmohar in Hindi. So Chuda is the Odia
Mm-hmm.
name of Gulmohar flower. So
Oh,
again, the
okay,
reason when I
okay, okay.
started thinking of the names, this is one of the names suggested by my mom, my mother. So then suddenly I
Okay.
just I just this one caught my attention because there are a lot of reasons. As a child, I have loads of memories, playing around this tree. This has I had a lot of memories,
Oh,
and then I started relating that flower, the vibrance, the color,
yeah.
and everything. I definitely wanted to do something more millennial with the weave, because
Right.
I wanted to break that thing that handloom can be. I keep adding colors. I never want to go back to. It's a mix of things for us, keep doing that. Because my thing is I want to reach to the mass, because say we're doing
Right.
something in the space of handloom. The main aim is more people should come and wear this. I'll give you an example. Somebody asked me, handlooms are not that cheap, right? So how do you expect a college going student buying this? So I was doing in
Mm-hmm.
pop-up in Chennai. So then I saw this is something kind of a tradition, handloom. If a parent, mother is a handloom lover, sometimes it just the culture thing. It just gets passed
Get
children.
passed on
So
to.
any which way, college going students don't buy it for themselves with their own money. The, if they like something, I saw that, like I had 30% of client from that entire exhibition. The buying from the then that was a moment
Yeah.
when I was a little unsure whether I should do millennial or no, modern day. Then I thought, no,
Yeah.
I'm in the right track. So I'll have to have a mix of things. So we changed our strategy. Now coming to what we do. So how we
Hmm.
we would like to brand ourselves. Sustainability is a very broad term. So we are an handloom fashion brand.
Correct.
When we say 100%, it is literally 100%. We do not have stuff,
Hmm.
nothing. So that's how we would like to continue, because again, Odisha handloom, and exclusively we work with handloom of Odisha. So we work with artisans from different corners of Odisha, like different textile belts and like interior and tribal parts of Odisha. So we do make sure that we visit them timely. Twice a year, I make sure I go there every year since I've started. So that's how closely we work with them. And when I visit, so I try to learn what's the new weaving pattern or the designs, because these are not, print is very easy. This is, whatever you see, the motive they're
Yeah.
woven into it. It is something, when you see, you realize
Right.
how difficult it is. When people bargain with me, I am like, my heart breaks, because we hardly keep any margin. So that's how. So then we worked with them. It's been a couple of years we've been working with them, and
To empower the artisans also, right? And again, I mean, like the millennial bit that you talked about, it, that's very sensible because this totally is a culture. It's a cultural influence that kids are actually being brought up into, right? So if the mother kind of gravitates more towards clothing which is made with materials that are not sustainable, I wouldn't say anything about those materials, but something which is not made with attention to detail, then that's what gets passed on. And if I'm one who is paying more attention to what I'm buying, why I'm buying it, and from whom I'm buying, then I'm sure it gets passed on to the kids as well. And they're also conscious about, okay, if I'm looking at
they
buying
are
something, it's something that I really
conscious. In fact,
need.
what we wear, our age, I meet now this school going,
Yeah,
college going kids. They are more sensible. They are, with their
yeah.
actions. So that's a very good thing. So maybe I feel that we are in the right time, doing.
Yeah, of course. There's so much exposure that they are so much aware of where we are heading, and they are also out there to make a change. So they feel that they realize that they can actually add value or actually deteriorate things also, right? Which is a realization that we have kind of forced upon them because our
Right,
generation was so
right,
freaky, right?
right.
We just went all out. And they are kind of bearing the repercussions of it also. But I think it's all for good because from here onward, it's going to be a more
Hmm.
strategic kind of consumption, more rather than we kind of
Right.
spoiled everything with overconsumption. We still are,
But,
right? So we were never very
yeah.
careful about what we.
So that's a good thing. So we're
Yeah.
happy what doing what we're doing. I'm sure everything takes time, and we are picking up, and we're happy with the response from our clients. Even if people buy, don't buy, they drop in to say that your collections are really nice and you have a lot of varieties. That's where we come in. We always want to give a lot of options to clients. So keep ethics and everything else in mind.
Right.
So as a company, there are, we are very small. We are still growing, right? We are a homegrown company. Still, I feel whatever foundation you lay, that goes on, So as a founder, uh, people whoever known me, they know me that I'm somebody very transparent and very fair. Sometimes my family have a problem, they will have a problem that I'm so fair. I will just fight with anybody if you're wrong, I'll just stand up for it. So this transparency
Mhm.
has been our strength till date. We are not very old. It's been just post COVID we've been into operation. But we make sure that we pay our employees whoever. We are a very small team. By the way, we are a company for the women, by the women. So I have all women members in my team. The girl who is in charge of production, and this spread award. to our house help or whoever wants. I have a very small team, but that's how I got that. Somebody who's looking for work doesn't know how to do stitching, how to do this. We'll train them for a month because I want to do a lot for the society and for like I win little, you also win little. Yeah, that's how it goes on. So we make sure we pay them on time, irrespective of our challenges. Paying my artisans on time. We have artisans. We've been working with them for last 2.5 years, the same ones. So I like to grow together. They also learn new things from us. We also make them better, the techniques better. We just don't keep on sourcing from whatever is left. Kind of, those are the artisans. We keep working with them for a long time, and we definitely plan to grow along with them together. So that's a little about.
Yeah, the D2C market is looking up right well, right? The D2C brands are actually doing everything by themselves. So, which which is amazing and also a lot of work, because when I say everything, there are multiple bits of a business, right? There is operations, there's sourcing, there's designing, there is going to market. So, a lot of brands that we communicate with, that we are trying to bring on board or who are willing to come on board, are just doing everything by themselves. And that's what the interesting bit is also, that we are a small team also, and we cannot, of course, we have divisions in which we kind of, because we are dealing with 200 plus businesses, so the marketing strategy and stuff like that needs intervention. But I really admire what D2C brands like yours are doing in terms of, and also being present in so many different places at the same time, right? So like you're being a part of the market here the weekend, and I see you guys out in different places. So that's another marketing strategy. I mean, you
Yeah,
need to be present to be, for
want
people to
people
see your
see,
product, because
initially anybody knows starting a company, you don't make profit, you struggle to break even. So we have not even, for us to break even also, it will take few years, but the satisfaction is we are traveling to you. If you can't come, we are making sure that every month. By the way, talking a little about our products, we are into dresses, sets and separates, and layers. That's the recently launched ikat jackets and layers as our winter collection 2022-23. And whoever is watching this, and thanks a lot. That is one collection we have been receiving amazing response. Like, I would not mind to flaunt. I'm wearing one of them, and please come to Conscious Souk on 11th and 12th at BIC, because we are going to showcase all of them there. A lot of options for you to choose from. So this is, these are few things, and we work with premium Odisha Ikat, which is, you can see this is Odisha Ikat, right? People seeing online the picture, they DM me asking, is it silk? So they actually have a shine.
yeah.
They are the lightest thing on the earth. If you just, I mean, a garment would not be more than 200 grams or something. 200 to 250 grams, not even that much. That light is it is. So we work with hard hand-woven cotton, which is mainly known for organic, natural dyes. Then tussar, to some extent, that is one area we're still exploring to do little more. As of now, textiles we're closely working with, and exclusively Odisha handloom we deal with. And we do see, we are being a very small company, but we still have managed to know what are our strengths. So one being customer service, on time delivery. I have a record, I'm proud of it. I go to any extent, even if I'm on holiday, I go to any extent to make sure my client receive it on time. Very, been maintaining
Right.
it for now 2.5 years. And the customer service, we do not get into a penny calculation for, like, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 100 rupees. For us, we just want to customer to know what we are, buy and feel it. Then you keep coming. I have clients, they keep coming back to. I have a client who just bought 3 jackets within a span of like 15 days.
Right.
She bought one without even trying, seeing on Insta. She loved it so much. She bought one more. She bought. So that is our, kind of achievement. So that's what we want to. And on-time delivery, customer service, and the third thing I would like to mention are fitting. We do custom take up customization. Our website also officially does that. There's a format you have to fill in, and we catch the customization parameters. So our fittings, I would say 99.5% or more than that, our customers, whoever have taken this customized order from us, that is the satisfaction level. So these are two things we would really like to maintain and continue working with. See, if you ask me to talk about krushnachuda, I can keep going on for months if you ask me.
I'm just trying to. I don't want to cut you off because this is what happens when people like you who are so passionate about what they're creating get a chance to come and talk about it. So this is totally cool. The only reason I want to kind of butt in at different points in time is because we want people also to hear your story out. We need to keep it a little short so that they actually give it some attention. Otherwise, what happens is people don't have that attention span, and even the start of the story gets lost. So once somebody figures what you're doing, I totally understand your passion and the energy and what you're feeling right now. Yeah, yeah, I get that. So the only thing is we want to give you guys the platform to be able to do just this. Just talk about what you're doing because there
Guys
is
have
so much
been putting
energy in
for this
this.
upcoming conscious souk. See, end of the day, I don't know how it turns out, but the kind of efforts you guys are doing, it's really commendable. I see it everywhere, and you taking out time to connect with me and talking to each other. Definitely,
No, it's right, Manasmita, because we are nothing without you, your products and your stories. So what will we actually bring to the forefront? And yeah, exactly. So likewise, and these markets are planned to strengthen our core organization, that is the e-commerce platform. So I keep saying that because it somewhere gets lost. This is a vertical that's a GTM for us. That's like a go-to market for our better plan, and it has gained a lot of momentum and a lot of strength right now. Again, coming back from the story point of view, also there is so much to tell people. People who join us have such amazing lineup of products as well as lineup of the thought that actually forced them to start the brand, which doesn't get the right visibility. So that's
I got
all
a
that we are
chance to.
trying to do.
I've never planned. I always think that I'll do an Insta live or something. Thank you for pushing me. And somehow I'm a little camera conscious. But once I start talking, I keep.
No,
So,
yeah, you're fab, and I just want to keep it brief so that people go and listen to your story here. We don't have people joining us during the lives because of course it's a Saturday. People are doing what they're doing, but we do have a lot of views on the YouTube channel, and it gets attention, and we are kind of seeing that people are coming and asking about brands. They are asking about what you're doing next. So that's kind of an affirmation for us also, right? So more power to you, Manasmita. We would love to meet you on the 11th and 12th, and to everybody in Bangalore or traveling to Bangalore over the weekend, please come join us. There's a lineup of about 35 to 37 brands, again with stories as passionate as Manasmita's. So come join us, have a look at the lineup, and we would love to meet you there. If you're there, hit us up, come talk to us, and we will love those conversations. So thank you, Manasmita.
yeah,
We'll
looking forward
see you on
to
the
you.
11th. Yeah.
Bye, dear.
Thank you
Thanks,
for your time.
everybody, whoever had
Bye.
joined.
Bye.